So, all right, we are here with Shay Arthur and Michaelsongs from the OAC Original Artist Circuit. Thank you very much for coming back.
Thanks for having us.
Look
forward to this.
I know, right? It's fun. The last time you guys were here, we were just talking about it before I hit record. So episode 3 and episode 8,
Yep.
and then this will be episode 83. So super cool, super crazy.
Totally planned ahead of time.
Yeah, right.
Didn't realize it on the drive over.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, I know about it. I've played it and all that stuff, but why don't we tell our listeners about the OAC and what it is, how it started, all that stuff.
Sure. So I guess I'll take the reins on this
Oh,
one to
that's
start. And then once we get to the actual breakdown of the event, I'll pass it your way.
Sure.
So yeah, Double Nickel for me, I'm sure I mentioned it in the last episode. It played a big role in the beginning of my musical journey. So I wanted to get in there really bad. So I was showing up every single month, basically giving them no choice but to see me in and around the venue to get in. So the first 2 that I got 2 in the same month in December. And I'm like, I want to make sure these are good shows. I want to make sure they go over well. A lot of people come out. So I got Michael, Maria involved, got a handful of our musicians. And we get out there, and I think we brought like 60 people on December
That's awesome.
26th, the day after Christmas, too, like on a
Fantastic.
Thursday night.
Mhm.
So they basically said, treat this like a home, whatever you want to do. And I'm like, be careful what you're telling me here, because I've had this idea in my back pocket. I wanted to make something that's basically a showcase for original artists to be heard and be seen.
Mhm.
Early on, everybody said to me, you got to learn cover music to make money and to like make it in this space.
Yep.
There's elements of truth to that, but
Sure.
in my head, I'm like, from day one, I wanted to contribute to like the space. I wanted to add music to the world, and I think we need more and more of that always.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we just decided, let's make this happen. Let's start. And we ended up being 3 of the 6 acts that helped. So
Mhm.
Chuck M, Michaelsongs, myself. We also had Chris Kelly, Janine Graham, and Drugstore Sunshine.
Nice.
We had 2 weeks to make it happen. And we've just basically been trying every single month, make it a little bit better, a couple improvements here and there.
Mhm.
And now we're 12 in. We got some exciting things around the corner. You want to kind of give
Awesome.
a breakdown of how the event goes?
Absolutely. Yeah. So every month over at Double Nickel, typically it's always second Fridays, but we got a special thing happening in January. Second Fridays every month we bring in 6 original artists. They get 30-minute sets. We just want to promote all the original music. So for those that don't know, we have a little logo for myself, 100% original music. That's all I play. And covers are cool. Love hearing people play covers. When you get up on stage, you should be doing what you want. But if there's any way,
Mike knows the host of this show is a cover artist.
and I love it. Listen, I tell every single person I talk to when they talk, I'm like, sometimes people are like, oh, you don't like covers. And I'm like, no, I don't like to play covers.
Right,
When
right.
you're on stage, you should be doing what you most enjoy.
Right, sure.
And not just because you should
Yep.
be having fun,
Mhm.
but that comes across to the
Yep.
audience. So
Yep.
like if you're enjoying yourself, that joy comes out.
Absolutely.
So,
Yep. Agreed.
Also, let's not downplay Fern Grip and all the other song Alchemist.
Right,
Come on,
yeah.
man.
Thank you.
You have
we know
Thank
you've got
great
at least
originals.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
You
That's
got
right.
it.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you. I
That
appreciate
was
it.
fantastic.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, so we have 6 original artists every single month there, and we completed the full year. We just did the December show.
Yep.
So it's 72 original acts that we had no repeats.
No
That's
repeats.
awesome.
2025, yeah,
Fantastic.
2025 in the books with 72 artists.
Fantastic.
And I will say the fact that we were trying to commit to that idea of no
Mhm.
repeats, like as many new acts as we can get. There was definitely some headache months,
Oh,
trying
sure,
to make
sure.
that work. But
Yeah. Was it
got through it.
difficult to find? How many acts do you normally have on one day?
So we have 6. each
6.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So then were there times where it was difficult to find to fill the bill for that month?
there were a handful of months where it would be like we have like one that we have to fill.
Okay.
We have the 5 already ready to go where I
Mhm.
had to start reaching out to people. Like I want to say it was like maybe October or September.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
sometimes it was scheduling. So we have a surplus now. So we have a
Right.
form.
Well, yeah, you
people
guys
fill
have
out.
created your
And there's
brand now.
there's
so.
a backlog. We'll get to you, everybody. We see you on the list. you will get there. So there was a couple months. I think the times Shay was talking about some of the people that we had slated. We reach out as we curate each show,
Mhm.
and so there was some scheduling conflicts. So a few people couldn't do it. So we had to do this sort of okay. We still have like 1 or 2 spots to fill.
Yep.
But that's such a small problem to have when you're like
Yeah.
only
Yep.
1 or 2 spots that we have to like reach out to a couple
Yeah.
people. There's so many people that want to get on and want to get their music heard.
Yep.
And we create such a great room for it. Like there's a packed audience every time that is there to hear original music, which to me, like that warms my heart.
Sure.
That they're not just showing up because it's like, oh, this is a cool thing to hang out. Like they're listening. Like they know they're not going to hear any covers, and yet they are still coming. So we're trying to like change that mindset that you have to play covers. You don't have to play covers. I don't play any covers anywhere that I play.
Yep.
It's a choice that you make. What do you want to do when you're on stage?
Yeah.
And do that. And if you want to do originals, but you're nervous about it, we're here to help.
That's awesome. And yeah, I mean, for those that don't know, if there are any listeners out there outside of the South Jersey area, South Jersey is a huge like cover band town. There's an original artist here named Todd Bailey who has a whole album dedicated to cover band town, South Jersey. But yeah, it's it can be difficult for original artists to get shows in this area. And when I say get shows, I mean, sure, there are opportunities to play, open mics, all that stuff. But I mean, if you're looking to like gig and gig out, play out, quote unquote, it can be difficult, at least in this area. So kudos to you guys for offering that space for original artists. And it's not just like a big open mic. I mean, I don't want to talk out of line, but I mean, these artists get paid when they play, right?
They do. Yeah. And that was like, I'm glad you mentioned that, because early on, like you were saying, like, of course there's opportunities to play and you can play originals, whether you're doing porch fests, open mics. I know there's like a big DIY scene where it's like basement shows and different like areas that are, you know, that wasn't what I had in mind. Like when I went into this, I wanted this to be an opportunity where you come in, we want to provide so much value to these artists that it's like a no-brainer to want to be involved. And in doing that, when we take care of the artists, then it pans out to the audience that's coming out to see them play. I said early on, we would have this thing where the first few, the bulk of the people that were coming out to the event were for individual artists. And then they'd happen to hear the other artists and, you know, find out about them. I said that we needed to build that audience that's there specifically for the event, no matter who the artists are on the bill. And that number has been growing like crazy. And we get to the end of the shows, and I don't know about you guys, but like for me, when we get to the end of the show and I have people coming up to me being like, man, tonight's lineup was unbelievable. And I know they've been there the entire time. It's a 4-hour event, and they're there from the start of the event all the way through, and they're finding new artists that they get to listen to, go in support of their gigs. It spawned all these collaborations and connections. And I'm like, that's what it's always been about.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And I think a running theme in this podcast is that success in this business, in the music business, even if you're, you know, local, and I'm not talking about like rock stardom. I'm talking about like being a gigging musician. Success in that business is a lot of it's about networking. Right. And I think you guys have created a space where it's you've made it easy for people to network, right? Come to this show. Not only are there musicians performing, but chances are there's musicians in the audience who are not performing that night, but they're there. You know, you can meet up with them, you can connect, you can, you know, trade Facebook or Instagrams, all that stuff, and just build your network, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you go to originalartistcircuit.com,
oh yeah,
there's a whole website for the show, and every single month's lineup is there with links to connect you to those artists.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you can go there, and a link to each live stream. So you can go back and watch all the previous ones. And if there's any musician that you didn't know of before, but you want to get connected to, their link is right there on the
That's
website.
Fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, no, it's a great, I mean, I don't really want to call it a service, but it really is a service that you guys are providing for original artists. It's amazing.
And like going in too, like there was a handful of key details that I thought was just like vital to the whole setup, right? Like I wanted to make sure that we were documenting it with photography, video, like, because this is one of those events where you go in, a lot of the artists, like, and, you know, we tell them like right away about like, you know, you're going to get paid. This is what's included. And they're all like shocked. They can't believe like I'm getting paid to play originals. Like, yeah, that's the whole idea. You know, we want to change that idea around like, oh, you need to go in and play the background songs that everyone wants to hear at the bar. And like, sure, there's an element of that in the space, especially South Jersey, like you were saying. But in my eyes, I'm like, people don't know what they want, you know, until you show them. Like, it's like, I think Steve Jobs might have said something along those lines.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know, so in my eyes, I'm like, let's make the event that's solely original music. And of course, I got the right guy to join in for that. I said to him,
wish I had a hat on.
yeah.
Too.
So I said to him too, and I know you've been one of the artists that have said this when Michael's walked into a room where he goes in, whether it's like an open mic or somebody else's gig, and he walks in and you'll hear somebody in the mic, Michaelsongs is here. I'm going to have to play an original.
Right. Yeah, I'm guilty of doing that.
Yeah. So who am I going to add to my team? Like, there's no more clear-cut answer.
Yeah. That's great. So I know you guys have a big announcement coming up with it. We'll get to that in just a second. So stick around. What can you, and I know I'm kind of, we don't rehearse this conversation at all, so you guys may not have an answer off the top of your head, but are there any highlights from the last year that you guys wanted to talk about, or anything that kind of stands out?
That's a good question. You want to each just pick one right off the top of your head?
It's funny. Mine is like not a traditional highlight. Mine actually kind of goes the opposite direction, but because it was so like notable, I kind of wanted to talk about it.
All right, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Where I'm going? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
So we've had all original music the entire year except for one moment. So we try to be as clear as we can. We have an intake form now, and of course, we've adopted these aspects as we've gone, as we've seen what we need.
Oh yeah, it's a learning process.
Yeah, and so we tell everybody, all original music all the way through. And I'm going to give a shout out to this person, and they have apologized multiple times to me. And,
they're okay with you calling them out.
Yeah. But he's an unbelievably talented artist. Like, I'm so glad that he's starting to drop music now, and he's really doing the whole thing. Aaron, Flight of the Ibis, came into his set, and he's playing. Gets through about maybe 3 songs, and he says into the mic, it's like, oh, so you guys want to hear a cover? And I don't think I've heard anybody yell as loud as Maria Love. Yelling, no. Yeah. And in my head, I'm like, that's like a funny joke.
Right.
We thought he was kidding.
Right.
He's playing into the bit, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna play a cover for you guys. It's one of my favorite songs. He played "In My Life" by the Beatles.
Oh my God, it's a great song.
Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorites. And I'll tell you, like, for me in that moment, I had to make a decision, because I'm like, one, do I run up and be like, stop?
Right.
Yeah.
Pull out the giant hook and pull him off stage.
We've got the tackle procedure in place.
We do. But no, I went into it, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, the first time that I ever got on stage was getting brought up at my buddy's bachelor party. I know I told you.
I remember
about
that from your episode. Yeah.
So that was at Double Nickel, and the song that I played was "In My Life" by the Beatles.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's one of those songs that at my like shows, I do like a pretty healthy mix of originals and covers. Like, it's usually somewhere between 50-50, 60-40 splits.
Yep.
And so that song gets so many like amazing reactions. And so in the moment, I thought of 2 things. I'm like, one, it's an all-time great song, and if there's going to be any song with the connections that it has to this place,
sure. Yeah.
like, cool.
Yeah.
And then 2, it's a fairly quick song. So like, it'd be over before, before you know it. So we let it happen. I just went up. By the way, original artist circuit, no covers. So that's what I would say is like the most notable moment that I could think of.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
And for me, similar part of my highlight, it's multiple highlights, but because I love original music so much, and I love to learn other people's original music and play it with them and have it
nice.
Mine. Yep. Flight of the Ibis was one of the first people to take me up on the, like, if you want me to play on anything. So about 2 or 3 songs after he did the cover, he gives me the look and the, so I came up, a song I'd never heard before, and just like he showed it to me real quick, and we got to play it together. So there's been a handful of times, including my friend Greg McGarvey, shout out to Greg McGarvey, phenomenal musician. We had him on the OAC, and the same thing he said right before the show. He's like, we had the drum kit there, so he's like, do you want to play on my set?
Nice.
So I'm like, okay. At that point, I only really knew one of his songs. Like I've heard his music, but not like I hadn't played on any of it. So I was thinking I would just play on that song, and then he was just like, "Stay on the kit." So I played his whole set just on the drums,
that's
just
cool.
winging it.
Nice.
And that's part of the other thing that I think is great from being on the open mic scene. A lot of people, when they want to join up and play together on stage, their first thought is covers.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be.
Right.
It can be if that's what you all want to play. But now we're building that more and more too. So now when we see all of each other at open mics and we want to hop up with each other, I'd say a good 50 to 60% of the time now we're doing it on each other's originals.
That's awesome.
And that's,
yeah, there's a certain type of magic that kind of happens when you play with somebody on a song you've never heard before. You know what I mean? It could be a train wreck or it could be awesome, but the magic that happens between those two things is amazing.
And I'll say too, it's one of those things. I want to give a shout out to some of the house band. We've started to expand the group around the two of us that are performing on these songs. So
yeah, because when it first started, you guys were just kind of the main hosts, house band, whatever. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the format of the evening kind of starts with you guys performing. Then there's the all the acts, and then you did like a closeout song, I think, from when I was there performing. The last time I was there as a spectator, like basically full house band, performing acts, then there's like a little intermission, and then I think more performing acts, and then kind of closed out a gig, right?
Yeah. So early on, it's funny, and this is back to that learn as we go and just keep improving. The very first one, and I said to everybody that I brought on board for the event, I'm like, as much as, we put in a lot of work for this, and I like to make sure that we get some kind of recognition as far as the efforts that we're putting in to create this event. Like you said, it's an opportunity for everybody that's involved. I said early on, I'm like, this is the one event we have to we can't promote our individual gigs, because we could sit there and be like, hey guys, us as the house band and hosts, we have all these things coming up. I've lightened up on that a bit as we've gone because of the nature of how it goes now.
Sure.
But early on, we only did the opener. We just did one song in the beginning and that was it.
Okay.
And then it would just be 30 minutes of each act as they go through. Then we expanded to add intermission and the closing song as well.
Yep.
So the idea is when we get to the intermission, like you were saying, it's a networking event. What I like to say to everybody when we get to that point of the night is, yes, we're playing original music. And if you want to listen in and enjoy it, awesome. We appreciate it. All the songs that are in the intermission, the beginning and the end, is all the house band original music. So it's us, you know. But this is the opportunity. We want the focus to be on the 6 acts that are on this bill this month. Go around. They're in the room. Go meet them. Go talk with people. I can't believe how many musicians come back and hang out. And are alumni just make it out because they see what the event is and the opportunity there.
Yep.
So it's as much a networking event as it is a showcase, and I like to push that heavy during the night of.
That's fantastic. That's awesome. And I never even really thought of that. Like when you guys did the kind of intermission, I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then I didn't realize until you just explained it now that oh yeah, that does give people an opportunity to be like, hey man, saw your set, that was awesome, what's your Facebook, what's your Instagram, stuff like that. So that's great. All right, you said alumni. Let's talk a little bit about what you got going on in January.
All right, would you like to announce this?
Sure. Absolutely, I get the thrill. So we're having an alumni fest on January 3rd 2026, and so we invited all the performers that had played on the show in 2025 to be a part of it.
Awesome.
And we always do a thing where we reach as far as we possibly can with our ideas, not expecting to necessarily hit them. So inviting 72 people to be a part of one day show sounds like a bit much, but we're like, it's musicians. There's probably going to be some schedule. We'll end up with a good batch. That's a long show. And we got 50 plus responses.
Oh, that's awesome.
Of yes.
Fantastic.
So we are going to have, I don't know the exact number, so we'll just stick with 50 plus different artists performing on January 3rd at Double Nickel for OAC Alumni Fest.
Awesome.
Which and we've got Shay's wearing his.
Look out.
We got
sweet.
I'm not in case anyone doesn't notice, I don't wear not just t-shirts, I don't wear clothing that has words or images on them.
Yep.
So it's not just that I wear a suit, at best maybe some flowers on a tie.
Right.
So I'm just gonna rock this a little bit. But maybe we'll see. Maybe I can get a tie with the
you never know.
That's right.
You can get a whole suit jacket with the logo just everywhere.
Yeah.
Now we're coming up with some great ideas.
Yeah. We've got one. We've got a Michaelsongs one where there's the original music.
Oh, that's cool.
All over it.
Awesome. Yep.
So yeah, I would rock something like that on like a
Awesome.
tie or a suit jacket.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. That's a good choice.
Remember, and I don't want to take things off track, but you just reminded me, Conor McGregor, the UFC fighter, he had a pinstripe suit on one time, and there was a close up of the pinstripes, and the pinstripes said like "F you," like it was just the pinstripes, really tiny, but like you could have like a pinstripe suit where it just says
There
OAC
you
or
go.
whatever.
Well, and
It's probably super expensive to make, but anyway.
speaking of
Worthwhile.
FU, I don't use profanity. People might notice that too. But one of the reasons we landed on the name OAC Alumni Fest
Mhm.
for the show is it's OAC AF.
Oh, okay. All right.
So-
Yep.
You know, we will have merch. I'm OAC AF.
There you go. That's right.
I also wanted to point out, this is full credit to Michael Maria. Would you
Mhm.
like to showcase
Oh, absolutely.
what we've been doing every single time? And this came from the very first one. So
Absolutely.
they came up
Yeah.
with this idea before the first one. This is
Mhm.
why I keep telling everybody, I try to make sure there's a spotlight on all the team, which reminds me I have to get back to the house band at some point.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Um,
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. But my thought is, you need a strong team to make an event special.
Mhm.
And this is one of those examples that truly exemplifies it. Every single show that we have this poster that gets printed out,
That's
and
some-
we have
these are
all
some of
the artists
you'll see.
signing. So all
That's ephemeral.
72 that we have had have signed this, and this is going to be directly
That's awesome.
involved with some of our merch that we're going to be having available at the
Mhm.
festival day. And it's just been incredible to see. I think it's one of those deals too, where when the artists see this page, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is like a real thing.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's been special.
That's
Yeah.
This is
awesome.
the one from the December in my hands. And Mike was
Absolutely.
going through all the other
Every single one of those.
There's
Hey,
Pete,
there's Joey
Pete Scavello, Joey
Pete
DeTula. That's a banger lineup
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
there.
that was-
John Fay. Yeah, man.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean it's a fantastic, and we just keep branching out. You know, we've had people come from far away to play the show. Now we
Yeah.
have some more people in the bill.
Yeah.
The furthest, you won't believe it, Iowa.
Iowa,
Yeah,
really?
Shout out to Dion Wachowski.
Wow.
And he's
Absolutely.
flying back out for the festival.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
absolutely.
Okay, so there's a couple things I want to hit, but I want to stick with the festival real quick. So 50 plus performers. I mean, that sounds like an all-day event, right? So what time are we looking at?
So initially, they gave us the free reign to be like, if you want to make it 14 hours, you can.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, let's start with 10. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, we're going to have like maybe 30.
Right.
Say yes, maybe. You
Yep.
know? But as I was reaching out to all of them, I was waiting. I'm like, of course I want as many to say yes as possible.
Sure.
But after I went through the first like 6 months of like artists, I'm like, nobody's saying no. Like nobody's saying no to this. And so
3-day festival all of a
yeah.
sudden.
yeah, and everybody's like, you should probably do like multiple days. I'm like, if I had any inkling of an idea that we were gonna have this many say
Right.
yes, I would have maybe tried to push it to 2. But I
Mhm.
think there's something special about making a 1-day event.
Sure.
And
Yep.
So
Yep.
initially it was 12 to 10.
Mhm.
We talked with Double Nickel, and we've expanded that to go 1 hour each direction. So it's now 11 to 11.
Okay, so 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Yes. yeah,
Awesome.
12 hours,
Awesome.
one single stage. And we've
Yep.
already been working out all the details as far as the lineup,
Mhm.
how long each act gets,
Yep.
how we're going to cut down on the changeover time.
That's awesome.
And I think we've got a good setup where it should be a great show.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
And I'll let Shay give a shout out to the full OAC team. But
Yes,
just a
please.
reminder to everybody when we do like one of our concerns when we shoot for the skies from like 12-hour day, 14-hour day, is we have to be there 2 hours before
Sure.
and 2 hours after
Yep.
to set up.
Yep.
And then also whatever we have to do prep wise at
Yep.
home.
Yep.
So we know
Yeah.
when it's a 12-hour day or a 14-hour day for the
Mhm.
show that's add
16
4 more hours
at
for
least
us.
for
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys. Yeah.
So, and
Yep.
we're happy to
Yep.
put in the work again
Mhm.
because this is what we want to promote. This is what we want to push. So
Yep.
whatever we have to do to
Yep.
promote all the original.
And it is a lot of work. I mean, I host an open mic, and it's not a 16-hour or 12-hour festival, but it's not just like if you're the host of something, you're not just partying, whatever. You've got to make sure stuff runs smoothly, so you've got to be on your toes the whole day, So I do not envy you guys at all for having to work a 16 or 18-hour day that day, man.
I will say too, it's funny. It took a bit of like learning, and it's only gotten more demanding as far as like the day of the show. We talk about it often, where it's like we have to go out of our way to try to find windows for every act to be able to sit and like listen and enjoy the
Oh
act.
yeah, sure.
Like they play a full 30 minutes, so you think, oh, there's plenty of time in there to like hang and whatever. But as it's grown, I'll get the photos sent to me after the show, and I see that I'm talking to like 60, 70 different people. Like, and I'm like, I remember each of those individual conversations, but it doesn't feel like it in the moment.
Right. Yep.
But like as a host, I'm like, I have to get around, like, thank everybody that's making it out, catch up with everybody. Like the whole idea of the event is build that community, build that network of people. And it's unreal, like how much we're actively doing throughout the course of the show, where it's like, it's always by like the fifth into like the sixth act where I'm like, okay, most of the night, if not the entire night, has gone incredibly well. And like, even if the sixth act or us as the house band totally bomb at the end, I'm like, it's been a good show. That's the moment where I can sit back and be like, we did it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so let's talk about the house band. I know when this thing first started, it was really just you guys and I think Chuck M. performing. Who's all in the house band now? Yeah,
so before I get to the house band exactly, I just want to kind of give the main team that started it and how it has expanded as we've gone. So to start out, it's been myself, Michaelsongs, Chuck M, Maria Love. Would you like to give a little hello?
Give a little lean in there. There you go.
So that was like the main group, and we didn't have a photographer for the first one. And it's funny because when I was setting up the Instagram, I wanted to have like a unified look. So we've been using that poster as the face of the photograph section. And I'm like looking through, I'm like, the first one we didn't have a photographer like out for that one. And so I looked through my old archive stories, and the very first story I had was a close up of that and then pan to the stage. I'm like, thank God. Now it stays consistent.
Right.
So Kristen Osman, who's been incredible with her.
She's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Really talented. Then we had, I'm trying to think graphics wise. We started with a friend, and it's now moved on to now Maria is taking over. Then we also have had a little bit of help with sound because obviously we're all working musicians and what's going on. Now I think going into 2026, we're all kind of like locked in. Like these are the ones we black out the OAC days.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So we had Chris Kelly come in. He's done a great job helping out with sound. And we actually had him and Chuck together for the December OAC.
Nice.
We'll be there for the festival helping out. We're also going to be having Tim Poole coming out to help us out with that. So really excited for that. As far as the house band, early on, the first time I think we ever brought up others, it was Tim Waller on bass. He's done a few of the OACs. And we also had Tim Poole on drums that night as well. Now, what's become the solidified house band for the most part, we have Ron Walker on drums. Shout out Ron. Always finds the pocket. Jason Matarazzo on lead guitar.
Yep, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's been great. I know he's been frequenting your quite a bit.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of watching him play quite a bit at the open mic that I host. Yeah,
it's been exciting to see. I know that's been like one of their favorite spots. And that's testament to what you put on there.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Then we have Jake Langley on keys, and you guys don't know, he is on like 17, and he went through the School of Rock. And he's just been basically promoted through the ranks every step of the way.
Yeah,
it's
fantastic.
Country, it's unreal. Then we have, I'm trying to think, I feel like I might be, Kevin Tran has been joining in on bass guitar, as well as a little bit of guitar and backing vocals. And he's also been doing videography work for us.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we have something in the works with him. Over the past couple, we've been capturing a couple specific shots that we're excited to share that, but that'll be, into the new year that we start releasing some of that.
Awesome.
Yeah, Tim Waller.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to call out for anybody who hasn't been to the OAC and any musicians interested in doing it. I mean, not only do you get paid you get a chance to perform and you get paid for doing it, you also end up getting promotional material out of it, right? Because Kristen will send you the pictures after she takes them, or they're posted on the website and Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. So you can use those pictures that she takes of you for your promo shots for any upcoming gigs, or if you need promo shots because you're trying to get gigs, whatever. And then it sounds like Kevin Tran, if he's going to be doing some videography, maybe there's an opportunity for folks to get promotional videos as well. Like I mentioned, it's all just a gigantic networking event. So if there is anybody there taking a video, you can just be like, hey man, can you send that to me? Like Andrew Moore took a video of me while I was playing there, and I was like, hey, can I get that? And he was like, yeah, sure. So he sent it to me, and I was able to post it on my Instagram and Facebook. So plenty of opportunities to get promotional material. I know a lot of musicians out there are like, oh, I need something, but I don't have the ability to get it. This is an easy way to get it.
Exactly. And it's so funny too. I was saying this not too long ago. Of the 72 acts we've had play the OAC, I think at least like half have the photos from OAC as their profile.
Nice.
It's unbelievable. Every time I'm looking through my feed, I'm like, OAC, OAC, OAC. That's a testament to her ability and an event as a whole, what we're putting on and what we're trying to provide.
Yeah, we want to make sure that you sound good and look good. So like we do our best to provide a good sound system and make it sound fantastic in the room. And Maria spends a lot of time. The lighting that we do at every show is subtle. It's a thing a lot of people don't even think about lighting. They just show up and play, however the spot is. And we're like, that makes a huge difference, not just to how it looks and feels in the room, but to your pictures. So if you'll notice when you go and look at the OAC pictures, that's one of the key things. There's this nice lighting on you that gives then Kristen can get all these angles where the lighting is hitting in certain spots. And like,
absolutely.
Again, it's a testament to the team that we have put together. Everybody does their part and it works in sync. So you sound great, you look great, you come away with hopefully a hugely positive experience and a bunch of things to share from it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, you were going to say something, Maria?
Yeah, I was just going to add about the lighting because it is important. And also, one of the things that's a highlight for me anyway was the time that we were at Double Nickel doing some planning work. And I look and I see this big TV behind where the performers play. And then how many bars do we go and where's we go where there's TVs on and the sports are on or the Olympics are on or something's happening. You're trying to play music and everybody's focusing on the TV.
Right.
So I thought, well, maybe we can turn that around and utilize that for the benefit of the artist. So one of the things that we do is we put graphics up there with the artist's, preferred promo pic at the time and their name in a huge, like across the entire TV screen. So people all the way in the back know who's playing.
That's awesome.
They hear it and they're like, hey, I really want to check them out. And we got the QR code real big on the screen. So that's another aspect that, how many times you go to a bar and it's like, who's this guy?
Oh yeah. And I can't even tell you how many times I've played my own gigs at random bars and there's a gigantic TV behind me and people are watching the Eagles game or the Phillies game. And at first I'm thinking like, man, these guys are really into what I'm playing. Then I turn around, I'm like, damn it. They're just watching the game.
When there is a touchdown and they cheer, just accept it.
That's right. Take a bow.
Yeah. And another big shout out to Double Nickel, and not only for having us do the event here, but that's the amount of respect that they've shown us from day one. There is that big TV right behind us. They've turned it off, and that's what that gave Maria and I the idea to do that graphic.
Great.
Like they turned it off so that the focus is on the music, and we're like, first of all, thank you. That's phenomenal. Like that shows just a sign of respect that they're thinking about it. And then we were like, well, can we use the TV? So they've been fantastic in everything that they've been helping us out with at the venue.
Awesome.
Yeah, every step of the way, we've been in strong communication with them to make sure, because when I first brought up the idea to them, one, we didn't know what the idea was exactly yet, and so like to explain it to them and have them be on board to kind of give it a shot. As we went through the first few were on Thursday nights.
Okay.
Because, it was a new, event and, with their, setup, they had a lot of dedicated bands with Fridays and Saturdays. So we've worked into that spot where it's like a no-brainer to put us on the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, when you see the amount of people that come out for it, of course the bar's going to want to do that on a Friday where more people could show up and stuff. It's great. It's great.
But through all these talks, we've had a lot of exciting advancements. I think it'd be cool to announce, one key aspect of what's happening going into 2026. So we are currently in the early stages, and the game plan with us and Double Nickel is to hopefully have this ready to go by February.
Okay.
We now are going to be getting the official OAC beer in a tap room.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's awesome.
So we have a lot of big plans with it. We're going to get, the cans made up with like a lot of the OAC branding with, like our names, like QR codes. So anybody that sees this beer or buys this beer can then go and see what's going on with the original artist circuit.
That's fantastic.
And I have a couple plans to really expand that past just the tap room.
Yeah.
But we'll keep that, down low for now until we get there.
That's fantastic. I love that. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Now I know we've kind of mentioned it and people can certainly Google OAC Original Artist Circuit, but just to make it crystal clear for anybody who's still not familiar with what you're doing, how can they find you? Give me your handles, website, all that stuff. One more time.
Yeah. So Shay Arthur for me on all the platforms. The Original Artist Circuit, we now have a couple pages that are dedicated just for the event. We're working on building that up. Those got added in over the past like 2-3 months. So it's one of those things that we're going to get around to, but there's so much going on, especially with this festival. Interacting with 72 acts has been
Right.
a lot of messaging.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Original Artist Circuit on all the platforms, Instagram and Facebook. OriginalArtistCircuit.com is probably the easiest spot to go.
Okay.
It
One
has
stop shop, right?
everything. Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
also Michaelsongs, Michaelsongs Official. That's going to be where the live streams are right now. We have to get our OAC YouTube page up to 50 subs. So if the
Before you can
viewers-
live stream.
yeah,
Yep.
so the
Yep.
viewers here would like to help us in those efforts, and then get it on the dedicated Original Artist Circuit YouTube page.
Yep.
That'd be awesome.
All right. So yeah, shout out to everybody here listening. Go to YouTube, search Original Artist Circuit, find their page, and subscribe. Once they get 50 subscribers, then they can start live streaming from YouTube, directly from YouTube. So make sure you go out and do it.
Super appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank you. And thank you to anybody that's been showing support to the Original Artist Circuit. It's been unbelievable.
Yeah, awesome. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about around that, or?
I would mostly like to bring up how Shay and I started playing original music together.
Yeah, let's do that. Yep.
Because that that kind of kickstarted all of this. So we met each other at an open mic at Death of the Fox. Chuck M running that one over there, and just hearing each other play, we both conversated about like wanting to play together and do some stuff. So I had planned, as we talked about, I do all original music, 100% original music when I play shows. And I was putting together a song swap show. Like I like to bring people in and they learn a few of mine. I learn a few of those. As soon as I heard Shay playing, I was like, I want to play with this guy. And in particular, the song that we opened the show with now, he played Lightning in a Bottle. And instantly I'm like, I hear what I want to play on this song. So hopefully this guy lets me play some music with him. So we started doing some practices for that show. And I was thinking, each person would just they'd learn one of mine, I'd learn one of theirs. And the first day that we got together, me and Shay put 7 songs in the books in
Nice.
2 hours.
That's awesome.
And then we were just chatting earlier that he ended up spending pretty much the week and became the co-host at our house, directing other people as we brought them in to where things
It was a
were.
rotating cast of other musicians around us.
Right.
And so I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, you know where the bathroom's at? Up around that corner,
So he co-hosts at my house for song swap shows, and I co-host at the OAC
Nice.
with him. We take turns doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that thought of back to the covers versus originals, where one of the things we've always known and people hear is when you're starting out just to play music, learning covers is a great way to learn things like song structure and what chords and keys people use and how they do it. An advancement over that is you can do that with people's originals. So as soon as we started playing together, we would have all these chats about how we put the songs together that we're learning.
Yep.
So right off the bat, I learned Lightning in a Bottle of Shay's. Shay learned 18 Wheels of mine. And we were texting each other and calling each other about what we learned by learning that song.
Right,
And it
right.
just kept
That's cool.
expanding from there.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I will say too, I kind of want to give a quick little background of Lightning in a Bottle.
Sure.
Specifically.
Yeah.
As any musician does, I'm always wondering if my songs are any good, or anybody's going to respond to them. But I love the idea that spawned Lightning in a Bottle. Are you familiar with CBGB?
Oh, yeah.
Rock venue,
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
it was supposed to be country blues grass.
Yeah. Yep.
But I watched that biopic, and Alan Rickman plays Hilly Crystal, and I went out to go see Steve Butler perform. You
Yep.
familiar with Steve Butler?
Yeah, he's gonna
Smash
be on.
Mouth.
He's gonna be on here next month, I think. No, next week, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have him on soon.
Okay.
Yep.
But I had the opportunity to work with him a little bit.
Yep.
And I learned a lot, and to see somebody that has the experience he has and has really done music, and that's been his career.
Yep.
It's been very inspirational. So when I went out to see him, I hear him say into the microphone about how talk about CBGB and how Hilly Crystal was Quincy, his first band's manager.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was like, no way, that's unbelievable. So I go home and I'm rewatching CBGB, the biopic. And there's always this one scene that always caught my attention. Alan Rickman is playing this super soft acoustic song about a bird going tweet. I forget how the melody goes off the top of my head, but I had my guitar next to me. So it's like a 20-second scene. So I'm quickly trying to just figure out what he's playing to learn it real quick. And then the scene passes before I know it. And I'm like, do I go back and try to really learn the song? I'm just going to make something up. And so that's what led to me writing Lightning in a Bottle.
Oh, cool.
And the whole idea is about, an artist that goes out there learning covers, thinking that's what they need to do and what's going to get them there.
Yep.
But then all the people that came out and saw them often, I'm sure you get this a lot where it's like, you have people that know who you are. They're requesting Firm Grip. They want to hear the songs that you put out there.
Yep.
And that's the whole idea of the song. In fact, that it's went from that moment to, we are kind of doing what CBGB provided. And that's always from day one been like my goal or my point of reference of like, he's been at so many Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremonies because of what he's done for the scene.
Yeah.
Artists that had their first chance there, they didn't have that opportunity elsewhere.
Right.
To provide that for these other artists is just been,
it's amazing. Yeah, that's
cool.
awesome. You guys, Double Nickel's going to be the next CBGB in like 10 years.
There you go. Exactly. There you go.
That's awesome. All right, cool. Did you guys want to perform anything today while we have, if we have time? I don't even know what time it is, but
never really saying no to.
All right.
Right. Yeah.
Let's do.
We have a rule: guitars in the car. Always.
That's right.
Always bring them.
That's right. All right, cool. So why don't we do this? I'll disconnect some microphones. We'll set up. We'll do one, maybe two, depending on timing, and then that'll do it. Thank you guys very much for being on the podcast.
Absolutely. Thanks for having
It's
me.
great seeing you, Maria. Again, happy belated birthday.
I will say too, congrats with all the success with the Music Scene podcast.
Oh, thank you so
Watched
much.
from day one, and
Thank you.
I've probably watched roughly 40 episodes.
Oh wow, awesome.
So it's like,
thank you.
and it's to see all the people you've had on here. You're providing an equally important service
Thank
to
you.
what we're doing with the OAC. And
it's
Absolutely.
it's fun. It's fun. Thank you so much.
All right, this is the official theme song for the original artist circuit, performed by myself, Shay Arthur, and Michaelsongs. This is one of my originals. Enjoy. 1, 2, 3.
Local musician singing at the bar. He learned a couple songs, thinking he'll go far. But the people who came to hear him play wanted to hear the song inside of his head. So he sang all the songs he wrote. And as soon as he spoke, well, they sang along. Fly away, fly away, far from here. Yes, yesterday, you'll hear them say it's never the same. He played it for a couple record execs and it failed, like the music went over their heads. There was until he caught one by the hand. He said, let me help you out, I'll build you a band. So he moved in haste to the pearly gates, and he called lightning in the bottle he played. Fly, fly away, fly away, far from here. Yes, yesterday, you'll hear them say it's never the same. His music was heard from far and wide, and then and near for all to hear. He had the people moving side to side, and just might be the song of the year. So we sing because we got our wings. What do you do with wings? Well, yesterday. You'll hear them say it's never the same, but you'll be drifting around, brushing your hands across the clouds. Can you tell me that I'm dreaming? But until I wake up, I'm gonna fly away, fly away, far from here. Yes, yesterday. You'll hear them say it's never the same. It's never the same. You'll hear them say, and he caught lightning in the bottle. Just let them say. And I bet you'll fly away. I bet you'll fly away. And I bet you'll fly away someday.
All right, so this song is called Sound. This has been the OAC closer song that we've been doing the last bunch of months. And I wrote this song. I wrote it on the spot at a gig. There was a song challenge. We pulled a name from a hat right before my set, and I had to write the song and open the show with it. And this is the song I wrote. The word was sound, which was apropos, because we all know when you get those chills when you're hearing music. If you've ever seen a curtain in front of a bass amp or a sub, it moves. So sound waves literally move through the air. They touch us all. It's a physical thing. So that's what the song is about, how sound is an object that interacts with us, and music especially so. This is sound.
Always in the air. Raised hair on your neck, those goosebumps on your arms, and those moments of feelings. And it's no mistake, we feel it in our bones, our souls, our hearts beating faster. Raised hair on your neck, and the goosebumps on your arms, those moments you're feeling.
Thank you again for being here at the Original Artist Circuit. 12 in the books. We got plenty more coming, so make sure to check out the website. Follow all these artists, support these acts. So many incredible, talented musicians, man. They've been experienced, brand new, and everything in between. And we're going to keep showcasing all the talent. So keep coming on out. Thank you guys. This has been Original Artist Circuit number 12. Let's make some noise. Thank you guys so much.